Hi, my name is Robbie Thompson, and today I'll be giving my company analysis over Tyson Foods. It all started with John Tyson in 1935 in Springdale, Arkansas, where during the Great Depression, where he hatched chickens and sold them to the Midwest. He grew from a chicken hatchery to a chicken processor, and in 1989 became the largest integrated producer, marketer, and processor for poultry foods. And then in 2001 they acquired IVP. Tyson now is the world's leading producer of chicken, beef, and pork, and they are also leading the U.S. In being the largest producer of tortillas, pizza toppings, pizza crusts, deli meats, and taco meat. In 2014, they acquired $37.6 billion worth in sales and serves 130 countries around the world. They depend on 113,000 employees to produce their products and depend on more than 11,000 family farms. So these are some of Tyson's brands. As you can see here, Tyson bought out Holly Farms in 1989 and IVP in 2001. And then in 2014, they bought out Hillshire Farm, which included Jimmy Dean, Sara Lee, Ballpark, and State Fair, all brands that you guys would probably recognize. Some of Tyson's strengths include them being one of the largest producers of meat in the world, and also the largest protein producer in the world. They're part of the Fortune 500 company, and they're diversified in the products in which they sell in the food industry. And they are also owner of some very well-known brands, as you saw earlier, and they have a very large customer base. Some of their financial strengths include a low profit margin and a high inventory turnover. This means Tyson can produce a lot more products at a cheaper cost for the consumers. Their debt to equity ratio is 0.64, which means they do a good job in balancing their debt and equity when financing their projects. And they have a higher price earnings ratio and a higher market to book ratio than the industry average. And this just all shows that they're a very financially stable company. Some of their weaknesses include not being a very strong presence outside of the United States. They have great ties with Japan and Mexico and parts of the Middle East, but they could definitely expand into other countries. Another weakness would be their animal abuse accusations that you might have seen in the past years, and then their allegations of environmental issues. Their financial weaknesses include their liquidity with a very low current ratio and a very low quick ratio. As you can see here, the current ratio is a 1.89 and the quick ratio is a 0.71, which both are very considerably low compared to the industry average. And their ROA and ROE are also low at a 6.73 and a 15.93. Some of Tyson's opportunities include expanding their sales on the online for household consumers to purchase. This would greatly increase their revenue, and then expanding their foreign relations into new countries and gaining a stronger relationships with the companies that they already export to. And their organic products, they have a natural program already, but they could definitely expand into this, which is definitely growing in popularity throughout the United States. Some of the threats include the customer preference changes, This could be seen as a good thing and a bad thing. It's hard to keep up on what the consumers want and need. The animal activists, this has always been a problem for Tyson and will always continue to be a problem. And the market price fluctuations, they have to constantly keep watch of how the meat or the pork, beef, and chicken markets are doing, and then also look at how well their products are selling. Some of my recommendations for Tyson would be expanding into online sales with a growing consumer interest in buying products off online. This would be a great way for them to just capitalize on that and expand their foreign business and gain relationship with countries that they don't export to, and then expand into more natural products and keep expanding business in general. These are my sources, and thank you for listening to my presentation today.